I like apples more. I like pumpkins more. 'Tis the season for apples and pumpkins. We did all about apples last week and made apple prints. And then next week, we're going to be talking about apples and pumpkins. So I have a couple books and a couple different activities that I'm going to show you for different grade levels. You can find most of, if not all of these items in my apples versus pumpkins activity on Teachers Pay Teachers. I love both of these books, but for preschool, we're doing apples and pumpkins because the other one is just a little bit too wordy for them. I like this one because it's simple. It talks about how we pick apples, how we pick pumpkins, what we need to put them into. It talks about what we can do with these things when we go home. So it's a really great book for preschool. For preschool activity, I want to know if they like apples more or if they like pumpkins more. On their turn, they'll use my sentence starters. I like apples more, or I like pumpkins more. And they'll come put an apple on the board, or they'll put a pumpkin on the board. Then at the end, we will count and see how many apples and how many pumpkins, and we'll see who liked or what we liked more. We liked apples more. We liked pumpkins less. Kindergarten first and second will do this book. It's a little harder, and it really compares and contrasts pumpkins and why a pumpkin thinks he's better and why an apple thinks he's better. But then at the end, the leaf comes along and tells them they're both great for fall. So that's that. For these friends, I also want to know what they like more, but we're going to add in that word because. So they like apples more, or do you like pumpkins more, and why? Some friends will be doing a life cycle of a pumpkin and an apple, and they'll be comparing and contrasting the life cycles. And then you better believe we're comparing and contrasting apples and pumpkins. So I made some picture visuals and some with words on them for my older friends. So for my younger friends, we'll sort the pictures. We'll talk about what's for apples, what's for pumpkins, and what can be for apples and pumpkins. And then my older friends will sort by using these phrases and sentences that I typed up. I'm also going to bring in a pumpkin next week, so we'll really be able to see and feel the difference between an apple and a pumpkin. You can find all of these worksheets, these sentence starters, and these visuals in my Teachers Pay Teachers store under Apples vs. Pumpkins. Thanks for watching. Bye.